And finally, new rule. Someone has to ask cops, why aren't you insulted that Donald Trump thinks so little of you that in city after city he's sending in military troops to do your job? Why doesn't that piss you off? Well, so, in case you took the summer off from following the news, and who could blame you if you did, America is now a country where, first in L.A., then in Washington, D.C., and soon coming to a city near you, the new normal is troops in the streets. The exact thing we've never done here, except for true emergencies, and the thing we most don't want to become normal. So here's what happened. Remember DOGE, the Elon Musk-helmed Department of Government Efficiency that brought in a teenage squad of tech geniuses to reduce the size of government and didn't even do that? Well, one of them, a 19-year-old named Big Balls, got jumped in D.C. last month by some other teenagers, one a 15-year-old girl. So Trump called out the National Guard. Because when Donald Trump was a little boy, someone forgot to teach him the difference between a policeman and an army man. But there is a difference. The Pentagon is not Paw Patrol, and SEAL Team 6 is not Adam 12, and we don't need to send in the Marines to pacify Shake Shack. Like they say on Law and Order, the cops and the Navy are two separate but equally important groups. And if you don't believe me, ask the Village people. Trump says, I'm not a dictator, I just know how to stop crime. And I take him at his word, because when has he ever told a lie? But I will say this, page 1 of the Dictator Handbook is pretexts. You find a pretext to do what you want to do anyway. Say you want to invade another country. Well, you say that some people of your ethnicity living in that country are being persecuted. Voila, reason to invade. But as pretexts go, Big Balls getting mugged, that takes some big balls. Now, that's not to say crime in D.C. isn't an actual problem. It is the 36th most violent city in the country. Not as violent as Little Rock, Arkansas, or Shreveport, the city represented by noted crime boss Mike Johnson. But D.C. has had 194 carjackings this year, most involving guns. That's not Mayberry. Poor Big Balls got carjacked on a date, which shocked everyone. Not that he was carjacked, that he was on a date. Oh, you're way ahead of me. All right. Trump brags about the 87% decrease in carjackings in D.C. since the troops moved in. Yes, military states can reduce crime. Point conceded. Will militarizing our cities make them safer? Yes, but not safer for democracy. Once it's normal to have an army loyal to you already in the streets, game over. That is how all future political disputes will be decided. Folks, it's not worth the trade-off. Everything in life is a trade-off. You want to reduce traffic fatalities to zero? Stop using cars. You want to eliminate drug overdoses? Make the penalty for possession death, like they do in Saudi Arabia. But we're not the cut off his hands people. Qatar is a lovely place to get a free plane. I wouldn't want to live there. And not for nothing, when the teenagers were beating up Big Balls, it was plain old D.C. cops who rolled up in a regular police car and arrested them in progress. So yeah, the system needs improving. What system doesn't? But we're not at DEFCON 1. That's a pretext. And it's not like we don't already have a lot of cops. Oh, America has 750,000 sworn officers, 800,000 if you count the ones on TV. There's state cops, local cops, county cops, sheriff's department, the highway patrol, ICE, FBI, DEA, TSA, ATF, U.S. Marshals, Border Patrol. Washington, D.C. alone has Metro Police, Capitol Police, Secret Service, Park Police, Protective Services Police, Housing Police, Police for the U.S. Mint, Schools Police, Transit Police, Airport Police, and I shit you not, they even have a library police. You fuck with the Dewey Decimal System, your ass is theirs. Or take my town. If you drive from Santa Monica to Burbank, you pass through the jurisdiction of 6 different police forces, which is stressful if you live in Santa Monica and your coke dealer is in Burbank. Oh, we got cops. We got a lot of people with guns and a license to kill. And I'm not even saying we don't need most of them, because this is a country that's a madhouse full of heavily armed, deranged, ranting crackpots and conspiracy theorists and just crazy motherfuckers. Civilization is a mile wide and an inch deep. We need our cops and should appreciate them. But I also, and I'm going to put this as kindly as I can, don't want the military picking up some of the bad habits cops have. I don't want the Marines eating donuts. I don't want the National Guard getting free blowjobs from streetwalkers. I don't want G.I. Joe getting the blue flu. Women should not have to worry about the 101st Airborne pulling them over for driving while pretty. I know the cops love Trump, and I know why. Unconditional love. Well, that's not the right approach, and neither was the attitude from too much of the left, that cops were the enemy, all racist thugs who needed defunding. But I would ask every cop to ask yourself, why is your boy disrespecting you so much now, telling you that we need to bring in someone better than you who can really get the job done? It's like getting your mom to beat up the school bully. Fuck the police? This is more like cuck the police.